right? Same with physical. Based on your sport and the type of athlete you are, it may be that you're the person that just needs to kind of slow things down. That same scale, 1 to 10. You know, you're kind of really calm, centered, easy. And that's for you. You know, you're maybe a 3 or a 4 with that physical charge. And somebody else in the room might be an 8 or a 9. But often when we're being coached, and I used to have this when I was a junior lacrosse player, our coach wanted us to come out of kind of the locker room area, sprinting onto the court, or onto the, you know, so I played indoor lacrosse, Boston lacrosse. And he'd want you sprinting out there, yelling and screaming, you know, everybody charged up, ready to play. And guaranteed, if I was starting, I'd get a penalty in the first minute. That was not my ideal state. It took me, you know, 20 years later to figure out why that was happening. I'd like you to figure it out this week. Okay? So here's what I'm going to have you do. And I told you today would be a little bit more of you learning. Each one of you is going to take a couple minutes to start this exercise. And what it is, it's all about learning from the past so you can prepare for how you want to play. So you're going to do a comparison. Your worst game in the last year, or worst competition, versus your best. And you're going to ask yourself, how did you feel before the game? What were you thinking about? What was your self-talk like? I want you to get more awareness of what works for you. Right? Because otherwise, you might be trying to fit into what works for somebody else. So if everybody has a pen, or is there anybody who doesn't have a pen? If you don't have a pen, there's some down front on the desk there. You're welcome. Coach, would you like one?
Sure. Give me 2.
I got extras for players.
I'm not expecting you're going to get through this whole thing in the next few minutes, but I want you to start on it. If you were able to get through the first 2 pages, just kind of rating your best versus your worst games, I'm not going to ask you for details because some of this is private. Sometimes people want to share it, but sometimes they don't. What I want to know is how many of you had differences between your best versus worst. Okay. Notice everybody's hand went up. How many of us have given thought to this is what works best for me, and this is what I need to consistently do every time I practice? One hand up. So that last page is asking you for what the differences are and how you're going to use that information. That's where I'm going to want you to spend some time, maybe today or tonight. Compare the two, your best versus your worst, what you're saying, what that kind of focus level is for you. And let's start seeing if we can come up with a game plan for you. All right? Be aware of what works for you. Now, the common things that come up here, just so you know, most athletes tell me when they're playing their best, and this is not everybody, but most, these 3 things tend to be happening. Okay? Simplicity, clarity of thought. I sometimes compare it to, you know, if I'm getting ready for a practice or I'm trying to figure out what I want to do well, my thoughts are like paragraphs. I'm kind of thinking about all the different aspects of what I'm going to do. Same thing, if I have a game at 7 o'clock tonight, I might be thinking in terms of, at 1 o'clock, I might be thinking through the whole game plan. But when it gets closer to game time, everything moves from paragraphs to bullet points. A, B, C. Here's what I'm doing. Here are the main things that help me play well. Here are the ways that I think and talk to myself that help me play well. Right? Clear, simple. Your experience is probably the same thing. Certainty of focus. What does that mean? That you really know what your role is. And I say each shift, lacrosse and hockey shift. It could be one play at a time, it could be one possession at a time, but you know your job and you know what you want to do. Nothing derails performances as much as going out there and not having a clue what I need to do on the field or the court, and just hoping it falls into place. Knowing how you want to play. And then that fully committed, all in, what's in my control. So whatever I've got, I can't focus on what I don't have. I got to focus on what I can control and what I have at this moment, and do 100% of what I have at this moment. If I have my C game because I got the flu, but I'm still playing, 100% of what I have at this moment. Can't worry that I don't have my legs or whatever it is. I had this conversation, I mentioned to you before, I have two sons, a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old. All right, and the timing of their summer lacrosse league isn't great in terms of their timing of their hockey training program in the summer. So yesterday, they were on the ice for an hour, 12 to 1, then they were the strength and conditioning coach from 1 to 2, and then came home at 5 o'clock and both had lacrosse games. And it's a little much, but my older son said, boy, I don't know, my legs are tired. And my younger son was able to say to him, well, you don't